Well, howdy do, my rangeroos, and welcome to another episode of Building Stuff with Bach, where today, my friends, we are going to do something that looks like this right here. You can see it's a cube. It's got a round extrusion. It's got a square extrusion. It's got a triangular extrusion. It has a hole and it has its name on it. It almost looks like a robot body or something like this. You are going to be turning in a screenshot of the piece oriented like this so I can see all the sides. And make sure that you are stopping this video about every 30 seconds or every step so that you can do it. Don't just watch the video straight through. Make sure that you're using this as a resource. So let's go ahead and get right into it. With Autodesk Inventor open, which you should know how to do already, first thing that you want to do is File, and then hover above New, and then hover above Part, and click it. Brings us to the blank screen. Then you're going to start a 2D sketch. Click. We're going to choose the XY plane. Click. And now we're going to go to our rectangle tool, which is right there. And if you didn't notice what I did right there, there's a bunch of different shapes underneath the rectangle. Just click the arrow. So if you ever come up here and it has different stuff, just click down there. So using the rectangle tool, I click it, go to the origin point, drag it up and to the right. I am going to enter the number 1.5 and then hit the tab key, 1.5, enter. Use my scroll wheel to zoom out. And you can see that we have a 1.5 inch square. If you remember from last time, if you ever make a mistake, you can double click this and change the dimensions. Okay, so that is good. Now we've got a 1.5 inch square. Finish the sketch. Scroll wheel on out. Use the extrude tool. Distance A, 1.5. So now I have myself a 1.5 inch cube. And remember, you can move this around by holding the scroll wheel and moving left and right. So now we have our cube. Let's go ahead and start. Look at the example. Let's start with our square on the top. Whoops, wrong one. Let me move that out of the way. There we go. So 2D sketch. I am going to click the top of it right here. And you can see it rotated. Now I can actually draw on the top of this. Click rectangle. And now I am just going to draw a rectangle. Enter 0.75 and then hit the tab key and 0.75. And that is going to draw a 0.75 rectangle on the top. We have to dimension this over, however. So I'm going to click the dimension right there. Dimension from this edge to that edge. I just clicked right there. So again, if you weren't paying attention, dimension, click the line, and see how it says 0.296? I want to change that to 0.375. See how it moved over right there? Then I want to do the same thing here. Dimension, click. Dimension, click. It says 0.332. I'm going to change that to 0.375. Then enter. So we can see I've got a 0.75 rectangle, and it's 0.375 from the edge. Finish the sketch. Click on extrude. You can see it jumps to my last measurement, 1.5. I want this to be 0.75. Enter. There we go. I've got a square coming out of a square. Now let's go ahead and make our next piece. 2D sketch. Click on this right here. Click on the circle, right close to the middle, and 0.75. So I have a 0.75 circle right there. Dimension, circle to the edge, 0.75. So you can see I dimensioned the center of the circle to the edge as 0.75. And remember, you can, if you make a mistake, you can use the back arrow. So right there, if you watch again, circle, 0.75, enter. Dimension, edge to edge, 0.75. From there, now I got to do the same thing, center down, 0.75. There we go. Finish the sketch. Extrude it on out, goes to 0.75, and we are doing awesome right now. So I've got my square, and I've got my cylinder. Now it comes time for a triangle. So I just turn it around, 2D sketch, click this side right here, and now under the drop-down menu, click this drop-down, and I'm going to click on polygon. And that's what happens when your parrot runs away. Your poly's gone. Ha ha ha. Okay. Polygon, we're going to change this number right here to 3. That's a triangle. And right here, look at that. I am going to draw a triangle, just like that. We need to dimension it. Instead of 1.007, it is 0.75. Now here comes a little tricky thing. See this right here? These two lines, it says parallel constraint. We are going to click parallel constraint, click the triangle right here, and click that line. Did you see how that clicked over? Let me show you again. Parallel constraint, triangle, click. And that goes ahead and gets it absolutely perfect. Now we have to dimension it. 0.375. There you go. And let's see. Yeah, that should be pretty good on that one. Let me see if I can dimension the middle right here. There we go. Instead of 0.79, 0.75. And that is dimensioned perfectly. Now, extrude automatically goes to 0.75, and we are doing awesome. See, we've got most of our stuff done. Now we have to go ahead and put a hole in it. Flip it down. Let's take a look at our example. You can see there's a hole down there. 2D sketch. Click on the bottom right there. Now find this that says point. You're going to click on point and put the point close to the middle. Now, guess what? You're going to have to dimension it. Click on dimension. From there to the edge is 0.75. And then there, this way, is 0.75. Okay, so we've got the point directly in the middle now. Finish the sketch, and we're going to click the hole tool. Click on hole right there, and it's going to ask you all sorts of stuff. So what I did is termination. See this? I have the distance clicked. I have the direction right here clicked. This distance, the distance from the top, which is the face, in is 0.75, and the diameter is 0.75. So again, if you don't have this, you might have something that looks like this. Click on type, and it's the first one, simple hole. In behavior, it is termination. You have distance, which tells you how thick to make it or how far in the hole gets drilled. You have the first direction, which is the default. Right here, you have 0.75. It goes into your object, 0.75, and it is 0.75 in diameter. And click OK. So there, I've got the hole. So we are almost all the way done right there. The last thing we have to do is text. Now, I'm not talking about with your friends. Click on 2D sketch. Choose our last piece right there. Now click text right there. And I am going to drag a box right across there. First thing that we want to do is center our text right there. And I am going to, in all caps, type my last name. Click OK. There we have it. We have our text. Now you might say, well, that's not big enough. I want it bigger. I know you do. Click on Scale, select the text, zoom in right there. Okay, so I selected the text, it's highlighted, base point, right in the middle, and now I can make that super big, just like that. So if you weren't paying attention, let me back it up. Scale, select is automatically clicked. I can select my text right there, base point, right in the middle, and I can make it super big. Now let's say you want to move this around as well. Click on Move, select the text, base point, right there, right in the middle. Now lastly, I can extrude this on out. Click on Extrude, but I am going to change distance A to 0.125. So distance A is 0.125, and I am going to click on my letters right there. So that is that. We have all the things done for you. The last thing that you want to do is orient it just like this, so I can see everything that you have right there. You're going to use the snipping tool. New. I want you to take a snip of your entire screen right there, and you are going to save it as Sketch Plane Cube. S-K-E-T. Oh. Sketch Plane Cube. Just like that. Save it to your desktop. Save. Now remember to save your part as well. File, Save As, and it's Sketch Plane Cube. I'm going to change this to Sketch Plane Cube 1 because I already made a piece. Okay, so that's it. That's what you have to actually do for the grade right here. Now, if you want, you can go ahead and change all the colors. Make it kind of snazzy on up. Okay, my friends, that is it for this particular assignment. Make sure that you get the concept, that you stop this video, rewind, and replay as many times as you need in order to get the concept.